Hey, what's up YouTube? I've decided that I'm tired of using my brain. It's too much work. So for this video, we are going to use somebody else's. Enter into the frame our computer. Just gotta climb up here on this chair, it's incredibly uncomfortable, and turn this on. I want everybody to welcome our new best friend, ChatGPT. Hi best friend.
Hey there, how's it going, bestie?
Can you help me make a YouTube video?
Of course, I'd love to help. What kind of YouTube video are you thinking of making?
Can you generate me a modern house that I can recreate in Minecraft? Please. Manners are important.
Here's a modern house design perfect for recreating in Minecraft.
You know what? That's not bad.
Glad you like it.
Thanks, best friend.
You're so welcome, best friend. Have an awesome time building.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have a design for a modern house. It looks pretty good, and it should be fairly easy to recreate. Let's do it. Step 1, I wanted to make the central pillar of the house. This just makes placing everything else easier. I'm going to focus on the left side of the house now that the pillar has been made because it just seems simpler than the other side. There are some parts of the plans that I am going to change. So for instance, on this side of the build, half of the first floor block is kind of like grey and wood and quartz mixed. We're just going to make that quartz. It will look way better. And there's a couple more instances of this where ChatGPT has tried to meld the grey and the oak together, and it just looks better either one or the other. This side of the house has been really simple to make. I'm really happy with the design so far. Everything's went relatively smoothly, which means things are about to get really, really bad. Okay, I'm being a little bit dramatic, but the opposite side of the house, which you're watching me build now, was so much more complicated. It gets to be that a lot of these plans don't really make too much sense. So, for instance, there is a grey pillar on the right side of the build, which is simultaneously further out on the bottom and further in on the top. But not by one block, by like half a block. That doesn't make any sense. Not only that, if we try to build this thing by numbers, as in counting the amount of blocks and where they go, it doesn't work. It kind of almost defies logic. So, thanks for the directions, but I think that I'm gonna drive the rest of the way home myself. Despite this side being a little bit bumpier than the previous side, it still worked out really, really well. It still looks fantastic, which leads us onto the garden, which makes even less sense. So the garden actually suffers from a similar sort of deal as the second part of the house in that, like, the blocks are kind of like sloping, which doesn't really work that well in Minecraft. So we've built a basic version of this, which we are going to come back to, but we have something far more important to do. Now, this is something that I did not even consider until this point. This is the front of the house. What about the rest of it? Well, there's really only one person that we can ask. Can you show me the back of the house, please? And the loading begins. Wait, what?
Here's the back view of the modern house.
Guys, I don't want to be negative here. This is clearly an entirely different house. This doesn't even make sense. Where are all of the grey pillars? We'd still see these from the back, and what is that? Why is that just hanging in the background? I do like this though. This is nice, I will say that. Okay, so I think what we do is we take some elements from this and see if we can apply it to our house. This is going to take some freestyling. Honestly guys, it's really difficult to try and meld these two builds together without just completely changing the original. It's like trying to complete a jigsaw with pieces from two completely different puzzles. But this is what we ended up with. It's okay. This is fine. But it was at this point in the video that I realized, guys, this is the outside of the build complete, but what about the inside? Out too, now on Disney Plus, probably. So of course, it's time to go back. ChatGPT, could you show me the interior for the house? I forgot to say please this time, I'm gonna be honest. I feel bad about it.
Here's a look at the interior.
Bruh.
Okay, so here's the problem, right? How will this work? This clearly isn't the entire inside. This house is massive. Let's not be too hasty. Could I see some more rooms, please? I remember my manners this time.
Here's a look at more rooms in the house.
Okay, you know what? I think that between these two prompts, I think that we can make something happen. It's probably not going to be great though, but let's find out. To try and tame some of this chaos, I have divided this house up into 4 separate floors. The ground level looks pretty good. It's not too bad. We move up to the 2nd floor, and things are a little bit harder to manage. You know, we're a little bit more cramped, a little bit less spacious, but we're still fine. And then we move up to the next level, and this is where things get unhinged. So we have just a cramped, tiny little room here, a little corridor, and the weirdest shaped room that I've ever seen in my life. But wait, it gets worse. Moving up to the 4th floor, we have this, just a big open room that who even knows what to do with. A terrace, this is very nice. And then an actual sort of like normal shaped room. And just to remind you, we're meant to turn all of this into this. Guys, pray for me. With the use of all of the reference images ChatGPT has provided, a lot of imagination, and quite frankly, far too much time, I have managed to put together an interior that mostly makes sense. Let's take a look, starting with the main entrance. And as we move through the house, I'll show you what part of what reference images I used as inspiration. So here, for example, we took a very blurry image of some sort of seating area, and we have made a reception area in the house. I guess maybe you could also call it a foyer. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It's a fancy word. Nobody knows what it means. This leads us down the hallway, which we had absolutely no direction for whatsoever, so I've just kept them nice and blank and modern. However, this room, or combination of rooms, is possibly my favourite part of the house. So here we have a very, very simple open plan kitchen on this side of the room, an open plan living room on this side of the room, a staircase which leads us up onto the 2nd floor with a dining table. Over here we have this large bookshelf. All of this was designed from the same reference image, which I kind of just had to splice together, but I think it turned out really well. Now that we are magically on the 2nd floor, I can show you that there's really not too much more going on. It's just a hallway that leads to a bunch of different terraces. On the 3rd floor, however, we do have some more fun things. So we do have a bathroom, which is vaguely based on this, and we do also have an office, which is vaguely based on this. Something that I didn't realize until I started designing the interior was a lot of the reference images actually are insane. Like this. What is that exactly? Moving up to the 4th floor now, we have once again just a seating area out there, but we do have a bedroom up here, which I think actually turned out not too bad. And not only that, I did clean up a lot of the outside as well and add a bunch of things that I missed. And that's it. That is the house fully completed. Honestly, I do have to say that I'm actually pretty impressed. I think that this has turned out really well. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you'd like to see me make another video like this in the future, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye.